Maybe this is going to be our first copper out of here. Oh yeah. Hey y'all, I'm at the spot from last video, and I came back to where we found a couple of buttons because I want to try and find the home spot. My very first signal seems to be a button. Nice gold guilty. I haven't touched it yet. Looks like a flat button. Yep, flatty. Look at that gold gilt on the back. That's awesome. Let's pop this button out. Piece of a button. It's broken. The shank would have gone right in the middle. This is tomback, so 1700s ish. It's a spun back as well, so when they made it, they spun it. That's cool. Unfortunately, it's broken, but just popped this bullet, and it doesn't look modern at all. It has that gray patina to it. Looks like a Civil War era pistol bullet. I wouldn't say it's from the Civil War at all. Didn't have a lot of activity around this area, but oops, looks like it's like maybe 1800s bullet. That's cool. Just popped out an Indian. It looks like. Wow, it's got that pretty green patina. 1883 looks like. That's definitely a pretty one. It's screaming at me. I found the home site for sure. I found all kinds of brick, iron. So it's not documented on my 1917 map. So it probably got burned down or something, or they moved and it collapsed by then. So that's awesome. That's a pretty Indian, I tell you that. I'll let you know what I find next. Hey y'all, I had a scratchy 69 signal. That's popped it out. This is awesome. It's a gigantic ball button. Wow, I see the shank right there. I have never seen one that big before. I found little ones in the past, but this one is giant. It's like a coat button, I guess. It's all dented up probably from being plowed, smacked. That's so cool. Just popped this tiny cuff button out. It's ringing up a 47. So it was aluminum. See, it's off center shank. It's got a little rim around the side. It's pretty cool looking. It was nice. I mean, it was 6 inches down probably. Nice hit. Hey y'all. Just popped out this 2-piece, it looks like. Might be a Civil War button. Let me give it a brush real quick. Yep, Civil War. It's probably general service. Hard to tell. That's awesome. That was awesome. Hit with a plow or something. Unfortunately. But I'll take it. Cool beans. It's been about 10 seconds since the last signal, and I popped this out. Looks like it's another scent. Oh, yep. Indian. It's a nice looking one. 1866 maybe? God, they're all pretty out of here. I like it. It's awesome. Sweet. Well, I'll let you know what I find next. Well, I have a little clod right here, and there's a rim. This ring is 66, so it could be a coin or a button. If it's a coin, probably an Indian again. Ooh, what a huge dandy. Oh, it looks like oh, it's a button. Whew. Oh gosh, I thought it was a copper for a second. That's awesome. I don't see anything on the front. Nice big dandy button. Got a big shank on the back. Cool. Just popped in another button. It was ringing up 77. It was right almost on the surface. Oh no. If this is what I think, don't fool me. Oh, it's another Virginia button. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Wow. I cannot believe that. I stuck one of these about two months ago. My first. Oh, it's beautiful. 2-piece Virginia button. Wow. I don't want to rub it too much. I might toothbrush it. Whew. That's awesome. It was like literally like right there. It was like an inch deep. That's like an inch and a half maybe. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Can't believe I just did that again. I had a 68 signal. I got it out. I haven't looked at it yet. Either a button or a coin. Looks like it's gonna be another Indian. Oh yeah. One wiper 1887. It's awesome. All but are in the same time frame, so they probably were lost all around the same time. I've been not too many old things, really. I found out that piece of a Tomback button, but it's all like mid 1800s stuff. It's cool. Hopefully, some large cents. I just popped the biggest dandy button I've ever seen. It was a 72 double tapping on the surface. And I figured it was going to be like can or something. I'd like a couple pieces of can a minute ago. Good gosh. It is huge. It'd be nice if it was a George Washington inaugurational button. I don't see anything. It's a big dandy button. It's awesome. God, that thing's so big. You can see it in my hand. I don't have small hands, really. Let me see it to my metal detector. Gosh, that's cool. See what I find next. Got a 42 signal right here. It looks like it's gonna be maybe a button. What on earth is that? Maybe not a button. Ooh, it's crunchy on the back. Iron. It's brass on the front though. I don't know, maybe like a saw bit piece or whatever. Not too sure about that. Could be a pin maybe. That's why it's iron on the back. I don't know. It's different. Just popped out another signal here. It was a 67. Oh, there's a shank. It's gonna be a button. It's a thin one. Let's see if there's anything on the front. Doesn't look like it. No, they're flat button. There's tons of buttons here. It's crazy. Ain't much money. Find some silver. I wonder where all their silver is. Got some of their Indians. I just popped this out, and it looks coin size and fat. So it's either a fat Indian or a flying eagle. What will it be? Looks like it's hold right there. It's lighting is so bad I can't see it on that side at least. What do we got going on here? Might not be a coin, it might be a token. It's definitely hold. Here, let me sit down. It's weird someone hold a penny like that. I can't see it. Alright, well, I'm gonna put the camera away and figure out what it is. I'll show you when I figure it out. So it is an Indian. I don't know, y'all might have been able to see it before I even did, but it's holding the bottom. 2 wreaths right there. It's a fatty Indian, I call them. The wreath, the head's right there. You can see it now. They're early 1860s. It's awesome. It's cool as hold. My first hold coin like that. That's awesome. So Kaylee just popped this Tudor Rose horse tack. It's awesome. That's a really pretty one. Mine are not that pretty. It's Colonial, so maybe this place is older than I thought it was. It's awesome. Nice job.
Thank you.
So Kaylee just walked up to me and she found another little Tudor horse rose ornament. This one's tiny. Lucky duck. It's not fair. It's cool. It's definitely Colonial stuff here too. So I'll have to find some more. Hopefully there's some coins. That'd be awesome. So I just popped out some silver. It was a really faint 70 signal. And it's right here. I think it's US. I just picked it up. And it dropped right away. I can't see anything on it yet. Oh me. It's old. I hope it's old. Hold Kaylee to come. I think she's gonna come in a second. Try and clean this up by myself. Oh me. I don't want to rub it at all. It's seated. Awesome. Oh yes. I've been begging for some US silver lately. Sat down. What is it? 1857. 1 dime. Wow, it's cleaned up beautiful on that side. Try and get some more. Awesome. I never said it. There we go. Sweet. No mint. Philly mint. What would it be? 1 dime. I knew there was old stuff here. Sweet. I'll show you what we find next. Well, this coin or button is a 66. Looks nickel sized. It looks convex as well. Let's pop it together. It's a button. It's awesome. Right beside the seated dime I found a small flat button. I didn't get that on video though. Looks like there's nothing on it. Cool. Hey y'all. Stuck this button. Good gosh, I thought it was a George Washington button. I don't know if y'all can see on there the little swirly doos around the middle. I really thought it was a George Washington button at first, and then I was able to see a little bit better. I didn't see his initials in the middle. Dang it. It's still a cool button though. It had me going hard. I see a button, it looks like, right there. Let's pop it together. Just like a flat button. Awesome. Tons of buttons here. Incredible how many buttons there is here. Not many coins. I had a weird 75-80 scream and signal, and it looks like another ball button like last time. It is. That's wild. I only found one until this spot, and these ones are giant. This one's really good condition too. The other one was beat up a little bit. Beautiful. The patina rubs off everything real easy. You see, it's turning brown. It's really wet soil here. That's awesome. Had an 80 signal. Maybe this is gonna be our first copper out of here. Oh yeah. Definitely a coin. Oh, it's been so long. It's like half-cent size. It's not a large cent. I think it's cruddy. I'll have to get two hands on it. I might just want to wet it because the ground's so wet. I don't really want to wipe this patina off. I forgot my toothpicks at home, of course, today. Let me get it cleaned up and I'll bring it back in and show you what it is. So I got it cleaned up. It's ringing up as 68, 64, 70. I definitely think it's a half cent. 0 details on both sides in the field. I'll have to get it when I go home and clean it up. It's awesome. First copper in a long time. About 4 months, 3 months, 2 months, I don't remember. Sweet. It's still raining as well. It's pretty miserable now. But I'm gonna keep going. It's like 80 degrees outside. Hopefully it doesn't stop raining. If it stops raining and the sun comes out, it's gonna be miserable. But I'll keep going for now. Just popped out this button. It's another 2-piece. I brushed it up a little bit, but I couldn't get anything off of it yet. I'll clean it up when I go home. I don't really want to mess it up in the field. It's probably military, I would assume. All the 2 pieces have been that I've identified so far. That's awesome. I turned the off button the second she found this. It says it's silver. It's a coin. That is half-dime size. What did you just do?
I don't know.
That is small.
I know. I don't know what it is.
It's US. Oh, hold the camera. I'll get water. I think it's half-time. I'm never filming. It worked a minute ago, but now it's not gonna work. Half-time. It's gonna be seated. Yep. You just got sat down. You're first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's awesome. Here, let me... You smacked it. This side, it's alright though. You can barely see it. Here, let me get it dried up and then I'll show you all real quick. There it is, in all its glory. Seated half-time. Let me get it. Might as well focus. Half-time. I don't see a mint mark, so it's gonna be Philly. It's 1853 with stars at the bottom. The stars, God, the arrows. Oh, that's awesome. Should I get a close up? Nice. You got sat down, bro. Lucky duck. Literally, I just turned my camera off from taking that button right over there. And I mean, the second I turned it off, she said, silver. Nice. Okay, we just popped this out. It's a bullet carved into a sinker. Similar to one I found at the Civil War camp. That's cool. Looks like there's 3 rings right there. Could be a 3-ringer. But it has a flat bottom, so it might be a little bit more newer one. That's cool though. What else have you found? A little button. I found one just like that. Just like that a minute ago. It's cool. Anything else? Your musket ball?
Yeah.
Nice. So I had a 80 screaming A signal right on the surface, and I popped it, and it's a little bit boss. It's awesome. It looks pretty old too. And what's even cooler is this one's complete. Earlier I found this, and I was like, man, what is that? I thought that's what it could have been, but it didn't have any holes, but you can see they are very similar to each other. This one's just been cut. The holes have been cut off. It's awesome. Where they broke, who knows? That's awesome. Just got back to my detector and popped out a little thimble. Brass. It's a little cool top to it, looks like. A little tiny. It's crazy how small the thimbles were back then. Small fingers. Y'all, just popped out a 77. Really faint. It was pretty deep. Looks like an Indian. Indians have come out pretty nice looking here. 1869. Oh. Oops. That's all the time period everything's been coming out, really, except for a couple old things. 1850s, 60s, 70s. It's awesome. So Kaylee just popped out a piece of a shoe buckle. It's broken. Boom, boom. Little flower design right there. That looks so old. It's like pewter. And you can see where the pin would have gone right there. Whew. That's really old. It's wild. It's a pretty design. Lucky. Kaylee's popped another tomback. Hers says a shank. You don't see too many with shanks. It's really awesome. A little colonial spot right here by the 1800s house. This is probably the starter home. Sweet. Had a 75 signal. Popped it out. Looks like it's gonna be a dandy button. Yep. Wow. Nice black patina to it. Shank still in the back. It's great. Nice sandy soil, red clean. Sweet. Just had an interesting signal in the woods and I popped it. And it's a little cowbell. It's funny. Never found one of those before. I don't know how old it is, but she has a dinger in there. It looks huge right there. Crazy. Let's pop this thing out. And I found something similar to it last time in the beginning of the video, and it didn't have the R, but remember it had this big one with this square in the middle. So this one could be a picker's check, maybe a token, or something. It's definitely old. Maybe it has another R on this side, I can't tell. And there's definitely R right there. But if it is a picker's check, or picker's token, whatever you want to call it, they would have people that be working for them, and the farmer would give this to the people working, and then they'd cash it in at the end of the day at the farm to get their pay, quote pay, like maybe food or something like that. I don't know. Interesting. Still been digging buttons, but I've got something that's not a button. It looks like it's a saddle strap guide piece, a really fancy one. It's definitely Colonial. It's like pewterish. It's really heavy. It looks awesome. It's only half. I would have gone all the way across. Similar. It would have been this side on this side as well, and the strap would have gone through here for a horse. That's awesome. My first one. Had a faint 70 signal. I was digging down to it. I smacked it, I think, right there. It's alright though. That's a nice Colonial shoe buckle. Oh, buckle, not a shoe buckle. Wow, that's awesome. Look how off-center that little point is right there. That is amazing. I love it. Hey y'all, I'm gonna do a quick wrap up of the video. We found lots of awesome things this video, me and Kaylee, so let's start at the beginning. So I found this bullet. I didn't find too much about it online. I think it's an early pistol bullet. It's really cool. I had a big dandy button, a nice gold guilty button, flat button, these flat buttons, another flat button right there, some little saw ornament maybe. a ball button, which is cool. Don't find too many of those. And then a broken tomback button. Had 4 Indians. 1866, 1883, 1887, and then a I don't remember, 63 fatty Indian maybe. You can see the difference between a regular Indian and a fatty right there. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, sorry. The pollen is destroying me. Maybe a bit boss, some shoe buckle frame, and then a general service button, the Civil War, broken in shank, and then a beautiful Virginia button. It's my second Virginia button. I found one about a month ago. It's in one of my previous videos. But that's awesome. It's so cool. Moving on. Right here is my finds over. Kaylee's finds are right here. So, started off, I figured out this was a Virginia halfpenny. That is King George III. Right there, you can see his bust. And it's really hard to see the back, but there is a shield right here and a crown up here. It's really hard to see. I'll put a non-dog example in right here. Well, that's awesome. I had a Seated Liberty dime, 1857. One dime, it's beautiful. Then I had another Indian, another ball button, some 2-piece buttons that were all broken up, can't see what they are. Lots of flat buttons right here. All these are flat buttons. Another flat button, some shoe buckle frame, a little thimble, some lead. And these two are my favorite like relic finds. These are 2 bit bosses. They would have gone on a horse's bit. I found some in the past, some of my past videos. I found a really nice Colonial one. These ones are probably 1800s. But they're my favorite relic of all time. Totally. And then right here, we have Kaylee's stuff. Excuse me. She found maybe a ball button that has the broken shank on the back. Some lead. She found the bullet made into a sinker. Some more lead down here. Some button. Tomback. That one is. I think that one is too. And then she popped a Seated Liberty half dime, which I've never found one. 1853 with the arrows. It's awesome. You see half dime right there. It's amazing. Early US. She found this a beautiful Colonial shoe buckle frame. Little starburst pattern there. See, the pin would have gone right there. So it would have been a pretty big shoe buckle. Another piece of shoe buckle frame right there. And then she found some Tudor Rose horse tack ornaments, which are awesome. Colonial. Like decoration for the horses. And then over here are my finds from the last part of the video. I'll start over here. Had some Rains Guide pieces, a thimble, an Indian, a early buckle, maybe a piece of buckle right there. And then this is my first saddle strap guide. It's broken right here. It would have been identical to this side on this side. So that's pretty cool. That could be another saddle strap guide piece, but I doubt it. It's probably something. Little lock piece, and then maybe this is like a token or a shoot, it's escaping me right now. I do not remember. Some type of token, I guess, or picker's check was I thinking of. Possibly picker's check. Some shoe buckle frame, little bullets, ton of buttons. All these buttons are here. I think they're all flat buttons. This is the biggest one, a little dandy. Had the tomback button right there, little 2-piece right there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We had a amazing few hunts, and I was lucky to find that was my first Virginia halfpenny. That was Kaylee's first half dime right there. And so we had an amazing hunt. I was able to get my second Virginia button. So I hope y'all enjoyed, and happy hunting.